It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a...
Introducing first, it's Katie Taylor. One of the best to ever do it, fighting out of Ireland. Claressa Shields, the greatest woman fighter of all time, or so she says. Hard to argue when you look at her decorated career.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is
so much hype. So here we go. Should be a good one. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Good counter shot by her. Good counter punch. She wasn't ready for that counter. Just missed with that hook. They exchange punches. A straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready. Whoa, wait a minute! Claressa Shields is in trouble. Down goes Claressa Shields. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial. And there's the bell for round 2. So she's back in her corner, Johnny, but you got to believe this is just a calm before the next storm. Her opponent is going to swarm her again as soon as that bell rings.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
She catches and counters. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot by her. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Perfect counter shot. Good counter punching. Just misses with that uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Taylor in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't...
On to the third. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
She scores that counter. These two fighters are made for one another. She got clipped by that counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. It's all offense all the time. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Do you believe this? Taylor is down. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
I need to see that again. One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, I think we can all agree that was not the best round for her. Let's see what kind of advice and strategy their corner goes with heading into this next round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Straight right just misses. Just misses with that uppercut. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Does well to block that left jab. Punch, counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, Meg looks so easy.
Back on. Great round. Great round. Now relax.
Back into the fray here in round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot and that's when they catch you.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Misses with the jab. Perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Well done with that counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn. There's the bell for round 6. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter. Catch and shoot. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Swing and a miss with that jab. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
Jab does not score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see. Here we go. It's round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. That hook doesn't score. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Tried to score with a jab. She got cut by that counter. Talking about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of insight. And we enter the 8th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. Swing and a miss with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And counter punching. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot by her. They pull her right there. Claressa Shields just got clipped. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're okay.
A pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.